Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I made this cute and easy off-the-shoulder crop top with flared sleeves. I'll also show you how I made this triangular midriff cutout. For starters, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. For this tutorial, I'll be using about 1.5 meters of fabric. I'll also be using a fitted shirt as my pattern piece. Make sure that you use a shirt that fits you very well. Here I'm just shaping my shirt into my off-the-shoulder shape. Then I'll be folding my shirt in half and tracing it on my pattern paper. Once again, this is how I improvised my off-the-shoulder shape. If you want a looser fit, you can also add more inches to it. It's up to you, so you can add or take away. And this also depends on whether you're using non-stretchy fabric or stretchy fabric. The stretchier the fabric is, the less seam allowance you'll need to add. So after cutting it, you should have a shape that resembles this. Now I'm going to apply it to my fabric. All I'm going to be doing is simply just cutting it around. So as I mentioned before, I'll be using a stretchy fabric for this tutorial. For my other top, I used a non-stretchy Ankara fabric. So for that, I used a zipper in the front. So instead of cutting one whole piece on the fold, I cut two separate pieces, so it'll be two half pieces so a zipper can be inserted. But in this case, I'm just cutting two full pieces that were on the fold of the fabric, which is easier and less work. Because when you have to add a zipper, it takes more time. But it's up to you. After cutting, you should have two pieces for front and back. Now for the flared sleeves, you need to take your bicep measurement around your arm, and then whatever number you get there, divide it by 3.14. That final number is what you apply to the fabric. The technique is the same as making a circle skirt. Whatever number you got from measuring the circumference of your arm, that's the number that you'll pin all around with the measuring tape. So you'll pin it from the corner and work your way all the way up. So after pinning that, the next measurement depends on how long you want your flared sleeves to be. So, you can decide if you want it to be short flared or long flared, but I just randomly picked a number and that's the number I decided to go with. So do the same thing as you did for the first measurement, pinning all the way around. I decided to go with 8 inches down, and that's not including when you hem the bottom and fold it in, so you can decide whatever number you want. And make sure to cut two separate pieces. Just use the first piece and cut around to make the second piece. Here's where I plan on adding the sleeves. Also, it may be a good idea to trace your pieces just in case you haven't done it already. And it also makes it easier if you want to make a copy of the same top with a different type of fabric. Here I'm just showing you how I plan to add the front and the back pieces together. So I plan to stitch right side to right side and stitch both sides together, as well as hem the bottom and the top. Same idea for the flared sleeves. I plan to stitch the open together and hem the bottom. So now I'm showing you how I plan to cut my elastic or measure around my arm with the elastic band, because you don't want your flared sleeves to just hang low. So this will make sure it stays on your arm. So as you can see, I have serged the top and the bottom, and I've hemmed the top and the bottom as well. So I'll just show you where I plan to insert my elastic band. Here is where you're going to stitch and pull the elastic band with your machine. And as you can see, I've already attached my front and back pieces of my off-the-shoulder top. So now I'll show you how I did my sleeves. With this part, you have to be very patient and you just really have to take your time because you're pulling the elastic band as well as pulling the fabric. But it's the pulling and stitching at the same time that makes it tricky. So you really have to go slow. But this is how it will look when you're done. So this is a little different from my first off-the-shoulder video because instead of inserting an elastic band, I'm stitching it right behind the fabric. There's different ways of doing the same, or getting that same flared look, so I just want to try a new, different way. Now I'm showing you how I plan to attach my flared sleeve to my front and back of my off-the-shoulder top. You also got to take your time here and make sure that everything is matching up. So make sure that the front and the back are aligned with the sleeve. You'll know as you're doing it. Also, how far down the sleeve you want to stitch is up to you, but I left about 2 inches space. As you can see, both of my sleeves are attached. Now this part is optional. I'm just showing you how I, managed to get that triangular cutout. So it's basically just cutting a slit. So the same way as cutting a slit in a skirt, you're just cutting a slit. How far up you want is up to you. And then after that, I'm just gonna hem the 2 lines with my sewing machine. Make sure to use a zigzag stitch since we're working with stretchy fabric. And that is the end of my tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell. Also, if you're looking for more DIY pics, you can follow me on my Instagram at Denise_Oforiwah, where I post other pics that I don't do tutorials for. Also, don't forget to check out my first off-the-shoulder video that you'll find on my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and see you at the next video. Bye!